boys and girls, it's Miss White. I'm back. Today we are doing lesson 57. This is the worksheet for number 57, or for lesson 57, so be sure you have that out and have your name written down. And we're going to get started. So we're going to start how we started yesterday, where I'm going to say some words and have you echo them. We're going to talk about the beginning sound and the end sound of that word. So our first word is going to be cup. When we say cup, we hear a k at the beginning, and up is the sound that's left over after that. All right, our next word is cough. Cough. So we have k and then off at the end. All right, soak. Soak. So we have s and oak. All right. Tape, tape, and ape. All right. Fill, ill is our initial sound, and then we have ill as the final sound. And then we have his is our initial sound, and is our last final sound. And then gate, g, eight. G, eight. Eight is what we have left over. G is in the beginning. Good job. All right, again, we're going to do what we did last lesson on numbers 1 through 10 on your worksheet. So make sure you have your worksheet out. We're looking at 1 through 10 and have your name up at the top so that when you turn it in, it has your name. We know who you are. All right. On number 1. I want you to do the bull sound. Bull. Remember, this is what we just did in the last lesson. What letters make that bull sound? B-L-E. Number 2. A. We can make that with A, consonant E, comma, A. Number 3. That's made with S, or as a final sound, SS. Number 4, W. And that is just our W. Number 5, ul. We have L, or as a final sound, LL. That looks like just a lot of L's there, but you know that's our final sign. Number 6, k. We can make that with K, comma, C, or as a final sound, CK, K, KE, and like we just learned, a C. Number 7, V. That's V. We have that as V, or as a final sound. Remember, VE. We don't end words in the English language in just a V, so it's always VE. And number 8, O. We make with O, consonant E, comma, O. And number 9, U. So that's U, consonant E, comma, U. All right, good job. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to get that written down, but make sure that you have it down on your worksheet. All right. Next, we're going to spell a couple words. On number 10, I want you to spell the word nine. Nine. N-I-N. So we hear that we have the long I in there. We hear N at the beginning, so N, I. So we know that that's going to be there, and then when we put our other N, we're going to have the E to make it say its name. All right, number 11, our word is going to be stable. 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 That's our bull sound, B-L-E-S-T-A-B-L-E. Alrighty, we're going to set our worksheet aside. We're going to talk about our new sounds. I'm going to say a word, and I'm going to have you repeat it for me while I write down these things. I'm going to say baffle, and I want you to say baffle. I'm going to say ruffle, ruffle. I want you to say ruffle. And then stifle. Stifle, stifle. All right, what sound are you hearing in there? Stifle. Full is that sound we're hearing. Kind of like bull, but full. All right. If we look at these words, what letter do we think might make that full sound? Looks like we have F-L-E, F-L-E, F-L-E. F-L-E makes that full sound. And again, we're not hearing the E in our word. We're hearing a sound in it, right? F and O, and it's F-O. All right. We're going to move on to another set. So we first started learning about this final stable syllable at the end with BLE yesterday. Well, today, since we've kind of already learned about that sound, we're going to learn 3 different final syllables like that. We have F-L-E. Now let's look at this one. Dimple. You say dimple. Apple. Apple. And simple. Simple. You say simple. All right. Again, what are we hearing here? Here we're hearing the pull sound. And what letters are you seeing that make that pull sound? P-L-E. All righty. We're going to do one more set of words. Bundle. Cradle. And fiddle. This time, what letters do you see that might be making that sound? It's D-L-E. If it's backwards, that's probably really confusing for you guys, but Miss White does not know how to write backwards to make it show the right way for you. I'm not that talented. So bundle, cradle, fiddle. It's the D-L-E. And again, we're not hearing that E, we're hearing the D-O sound, and the vowel we're hearing in there is a sound. All right. Let's talk about how we call these final stable syllables. So we call it stable because they never change. It's always F-L-E, F-L-E, P-L-E. They're always that at the end. We call them final because they're at the end, right? All right. And then we're going to talk about how we code them. This is just like we coded BLE. So again, when it's a double, we're not putting our bracket around both. We're splitting it and putting the bracket around the FLE. And then what are we doing with that E? Because we're not saying that E, right? We're saying full. We're going to mark it out. Same thing over here. This is just going to get old. You guys are going to know exactly what to do. P-L-E, P-L-E. We're going to put in the bracket. We're going to cross out that E. Same with D-L-E. We're going to put a bracket around it, cross off our E. Cross off our E. And then when we're coding, we're going to look at, here we have vowel consonants. We're going to put a macron there. Again, vowel consonant and macron. Here we don't have, it's not 2 F's, it's not stifle, it's stifle. So that I is open, it gets a macron, it says its name, stifle. All right, over here, same thing though, vowel consonant, brev, vowel consonant, brev, vowel consonant, brev. Over here, vowel consonant gets a brev. Here, the A is open. So it gets a macron, and it's cradle. And here again we have vowel consonant, it gets a breath. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on and talk about if we are going to make one of these words plural. So some can have, let's look at this word, scrambled. I'm just going to talk about some different words. Scrambled. So this word has the final sound, but you can have a word like this that also then is in past tense and has a suffix at the end of ed, or let's say stables or feelings. So when we're coding these words, we're going to still box that off and put this in a bracket. And because it's boxed off, we are going to keep that in there. We're not going to cross that ed out because we're saying scrambled. It makes that ed sound. And then same thing here. But we can box that off. Alrighty. And then here we have this ing and this. So we're going to box those off separately like that. Sorry, Miss White doesn't have it in the video. Alright, so you can have that final stable sound, but with a suffix at the end of it. Alrighty. Let's move on. Let's look at our picture cards. We have 3 picture cards this time because we're introducing 3 sounds. So this is something that you might find on a girl's dress or on a blouse. It's usually on the edge to kind of make something look fancier. Sometimes men wear them on shirts if it's like a tuxedo. It's kind of up in the front part of a tuxedo. Ladies who square dance might have rows and rows of them on their skirts. Do you know what it is? It's kind of a tricky one, but I think when you see it, you're going to know. It's ruffle. Ruffle. So like that little, that's a ruffle at the end of a dress. So when we see this picture card, we're going to say ruffle full. All right. Our next card. This is something that you'd find in a school or an office. We have them. We do this with your papers to keep them together, and it ends in the pull sound. It's a staple. So when you see this, you're going to remember staple, pull. All right, and our final one. This is usually made out of wax. It has a string inside of it called a wick, and you would light it and it would burn for light. Anybody know what that is? You probably have them around the house maybe. It's candle. So when you see this, you'll say candle, candle, dull. All right, candle, dull. Sorry. Alrighty. So on number 12 on your paper, I want you to write. Hold on, let me get this right. Okay. Yeah, number 12 on your paper, we are going to write the pull sound. So if I say pull, we're going to put P-L-E for pull sound. Then number 13, we're going to do dull sound, D-L-E. And number 14 is going to be full, the full sound, F-L-E. All right, good job. Alrighty, let's get our worksheet out. Put your finger by number 15. We are going to practice spelling some of these words. I want you to spell apple, apple. So sound that out. Remember our pull sound at the end. So we hear ah. And because it's a short sound, we kind of know that we're going to have two P's there, right? Because we know PLE is already going to be in our word. But we have that second one for to make the A the short. You don't have to put that there. I'm just telling you, explaining it to you. Number 16 is going to be candle. Candle. So we hear that short A, and then dull. D-L-E. C-A-N-D-L-E. Number 17 is going to be sniffle. Sniffle. So here we hear that s-n-I. So we hear the short sound s-n-I, and then we already know we're going to have full at the end. So to get that short, we need the double letter, right? The double consonant. Sniffle. S-N-I-F-F-L-E. Good job. I'm going to give you a second to get those down. Next, we're going to talk about coding words for number 18 through 27, like we always do together. All right. Keep your pencil out. Number 18. Staple. So we're going to get a little bored of this again. We're going to bracket off our PLE. Our A is open there, so it gets a macron, and it's staple. All right, number 19. Number 19, ruffle. Again, we're going to bracket off our FLE, not both F's, just the one. And then because we have that vowel consonant, we know that U gets a brev. Oops. That's why I was going to write two 19s. It's like a Monday for me today, guys, even though it's Wednesday. Number 20, needles. Here's where we talked about coding, where when we have that final syllable sound, but we can still have a suffix. So we're going to box out that S, and then we're going to put a bracket there. Here we have two E's, so when there's two vowels walking, the first one says its name, and the second one we cross out. We have needles. 21 is going to be puddle. What do you think we're going to do there? Bracket off our DLE. Oh, and what we forgot to do up here, I'm sorry guys, but you probably already knew, is cross off our E's, cross off our E's, cross off our E's. Here we have vowel consonant, so it gets the breath. Puddle. 22 is going to be simple. Simple. Going to bracket that off. Cross off our E. You're a pro, right? Everyone knows. And then we have vowel consonant. We're going to put the brev. Simple. 23. Job. We don't have anything to code really that's obvious. No suffixes, no final syllable sounds, nothing like that. So we're just going to say we have vowel consonant, so it gets the brev. J-A-B. Good job. 24. Best. Again, no real obvious things. We have vowel consonant. It's going to get the brev. Best. Number 25. Mitten. We've done this one before. Here we have vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. So we know we're going to break that into two syllables. We're going to look at our little first syllable first. M-I-T. Mit. As vowel consonant gets a brev. Same thing here. Vowel consonant gets a brev. Mitten. Number 26. So when we have a vowel there at the end, it says its name. So we just have S. Oh, thrown an easy one in there for you guys. And last we have thrive. Here we have this digraph, VE. We know we also have vowel, consonant, vowel, so we know the I says its name. And we have the TH. So we have thrive. All right, that's all, guys. On this, you will see two pictures off to the side, and you're going to draw an arrow to the word that matches that picture. I'm not going to do that part with you guys. I think you can do it. All right. So lastly is your homework. Here's a paragraph. What's a paragraph, everybody? It's a group of sentences that have the same idea. And you're going to read that paragraph to yourself or out loud, and then you are going to answer the 3 questions after the paragraph. Down here are some high frequency words that we want you to practice, so find somebody at home that'll help practice with you. And I think that's all for today. When you're finished with this worksheet, I have not been saying this, but be sure you stick it into your zipper pouch and bring it back to school for us so we can check it over. All right, all. Have a good day.